Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing on this May 1st, 2025, May Day, ladies and gentlemen. On this overcast, cloudy, and gloomy with showers and thunderstorms, Jay, with the seasonably nice temperatures. What is the temperature, Jay? The current official temperature at Metropolitan Airport is 49 degrees, Jay. From downtown Detroit, and I'm currently located just north of downtown Detroit, inside the Mobile compound in the great state of Michigan. Right? And bell notification, comment down below, like the channel, subscribe, and share to get that truth, trust, education, and information that you need. Don't let it slip away. Time is valuable and critical and crucial, and that's why you need to hit that subscribe and bell notification button. Use the comments and share down below to help spread the message for you. Something that is very vital and time sensitive. The retail trader needs somebody on their side. They need somebody looking out for them and not spewing and being paid to promote and facilitate the manipulation that they're orchestrating to keep you emotionally confused and making irrational and poor decisions, right? And that's what this channel is built on. That's why we started the station, and that's why we make videos every single day for you, the retail trader and investor, the lost trader, and the forgotten person and soul, because everybody's out to be infiltrated and to be paid to promote the misinformation and the hysteria, right? So, it's very critical. We're in this, what I believe still is this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. The volume and the daily time frame, and if we look at the monthly time frame, and as usual, get rid of that, the volume's continuing to decline. You can see we had a little bit of a run up in the weekly volume when we had our little pump, right? I hit the wrong button. When we had our pump here, you can see we had a little bit of a rising volume. Then we consolidated. It's not that extreme like I'm drawing it out. Then we had a little bit of a pump again. But ever since then, we've been consolidating to the downside on this head, right? And you can see in the most recent rally here, in the weekly. We'll see how this week goes because you can see clearly where the flip was when we hit that 74,000, where we had elevated volume and the volume dropped but turned to buying volume or green. And you can see these elevated candles. We'll see how this week closes, but this week is almost over. We only got a couple of days left, and you can see we're way off pace from last week as the price continues to trade up and sideways just above this critical $74,000 level that it hit. And you can see we were consolidating sideways yesterday and the day before, and now this morning we broke up to the upside. And in the daily time frame, you can see we're about to have, and we, if as long as the price doesn't come collapsing down in the next 48 hours, right? If the price comes collapsing down 3 to 5% in the next 48 hours, this will be averted. But if it doesn't, we're going to have a bullish cross where the 50 in the daily time frame is going to get above the 200-day moving average or the shorter term or the longer, the medium term moving average in blue. And that's a bullish signal. So that's something that I'm taking note of and paying attention to. But I still believe that this is going to turn around and the Bitcoin price, meaning before it breaks and goes to 119 or breaches the 109,000, that we come back down and retest the 74,000. And I still believe that we're going to break down below that and end up down here. We're gonna have to break back below the 90,000, excuse me, first, retest that. And I still believe we're coming back down to the $74,000 level to make a decision to where are we gonna actually come down to something I've been predicting, the neckline down here, right? At 58,000 and change. I still believe that's what's gonna happen because look at the daily volume. As this price has continued to go up and squeeze sideways, look at it. The volume has crashed. You'd be expecting a consolidating price to the downside right now after a pump if you wanted that to be bullish. So it's telling you the move is being exhausted, right? But that doesn't mean it can't just do irrational things and continue going up to get every last person that thought this move would eventually go down capitulates and goes the other way, or it gets the super majority of them, right? So we're going to pay critical close attention to this over the next couple of days because you're running up in the heavy resistance now. See all this that's sitting right here from about the $93,000 level way up to about the $99,000 level. That is a lot of trading, and that's major upper resistance, and that's a lot of sell pressure, and you need a lot of buy volume to bust through that, right? So we're going to pay attention to this. This is very critical times on the Bitcoin price. You can see we've had actually Bitcoin dominance still rising, right? And altcoins have been exploding off their 60 to 80% lows from their recent highs from November, December, and January. Uh, they're still below those highs, but they've had great bounces off of their lows, and this is going against what you would usually see across the board because it's been pretty widespread in the altcoins. It's not isolated, right? It's widespread as you continue to trend up in Bitcoin dominance at the same time, and we've actually surpassed the 64.37%. So something's going to give either way. Either dominance is going to skyrocket to the upside, and we're going to have an altcoin sell off huge, or we're going to have a massive crash in Bitcoin dominance, and we're going to have a continued pump in altcoins or select the majority of the altcoins, right? So something big's going to happen here because we're having something go on right now where Bitcoin dominance is continuing to rise, but the altcoins as a whole are pumping. Usually you don't see that. So something's got to break here, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. You can see the Ethereum price the last few days it's been trading. We're going to the 3 hour time frame along that upper support resistance box at the $1,790 and change at the blue part right here, $1,800. And we're at the 50-day moving average now, which if you can break above the 1862, like we were talking about the last couple days, you could come all the way up here to 2163 very, very quickly because Ethereum has been hit much harder in this decline than Bitcoin because Ethereum never did reach a new all-time high from the super bull market that we've seen in 2024 and culminating with the bull market or with the Trump blow off top. You can see Ethereum never even really came close to the COVID all time high. We were still from the top in Ethereum 15, I guess it got close, 15, 16% away. But then you can see Ethereum had, out of the major cap coins, had some of the biggest collapse for the major cap. It collapsed like an altcoin did, 66.69%, right? That's a humongous collapse for a major altcoin. Bitcoin was only down about 20 something percent from its high, I believe, maybe 30%. So Bitcoin really collapsed. It acted like an altcoin. It didn't reach a new all-time high and it collapsed down like an altcoin, which is very, very interesting. But we're going to pay attention to that because you have an upper end potential of a quick pump of first resistance of 2163. Second is the 200-day moving average at 2495. And you would need to hold that top part of that blue area, or you would eventually tank down very quickly to the bottom part of that. So that's very interesting and very critical that we're going to watch. The XLM price is the same thing. We got rejected yesterday off at 28 cents after breaking back through that 25 and a half cents. And that's what we were talking about when we've been watching for a few days now to see how this is going to react. You can see it bounced now off to 50 in the daily time frame at about 27 cents. It's now sitting at the 200 and consolidating. And if you can break back bullish above that, you'll go to 28 or the 100-day moving average. And if you break the 100-day moving average, you could continue to the upside. And your next major resistance point would be up here at about 33.3333 cents, right? About 33 cents would be your next major upper resistance. Any kind of breakdown, you're coming to the 25 and a half blues zone that's right here. And you would need to hold that or you would fall fast down to the 18 cents. The XRP2 is also continuing to rally. It's above the neckline at $2.09. It's attempting to hold it as bullish confirmation, which could have a very, very big pump to the upside, potentially up to that orange up there or the pink that we made it now, whatever color that is, $2.55. But I'm still in all these coins. I think these are going to break down. Don't misunderstand my words. Do I know I'm right? No. Could I be wrong? Most definitely I could be wrong, but still I'm not coming off my tune that I believe we have lower lows coming. This is just a telegraphed, orchestrated technical pump off of suppressed technical buy levels, right? But I could be wrong, but I'm still thinking it's going to do that. And we're going to have to continue to watch this very closely in XRP to see if this comes back down and retests this major neckline, or it tries to continue to break bullish to the upside. But I'm going to be on top of this for you with the truth, the trust, the education, and information that I have to offer you. And I need you because time is valuable and the information is critical to stay on top of this, you need to hit that join, like, follow button and become members of Jabroni Killers. For any new audience members, if you don't know how to join the station, I mean, I would assume you know how to join the station. You're watching YouTube, you hit that subscribe button, right? All you need to do is hit that subscribe button. That's been bringing me here now for some reason, but you hit that subscribe button at the page, and then you can hit the join for Jabroni Killers, or if you're seeing it like this, hit that at join Jabroni Killer. It's the first one in the video description or the pinned comment, but the video description is the easiest place. $3.99 a month. I made it that cheap, the industry cheap and best value for you, because it's critical that you get the information. It's time sensitive of the content that's out there that is looking out for you, the retail trader, and it's upon yourself and it's up to you to make that decision to help join the channel, to help spread the word, to help get to 10,000 followers, and to help infiltrate and educate and force a change in the cryptocurrency space, the truth, trust, education, and information, and looking out for you, the retail trader. Peace and love. The Rock's Eyebrow. J. 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 Out.